Alright, so we're going to take a look at a song that I really like called A Life of Possibilities by the Dismemberment Plan. And we're going to take a look at how it looks in our project view in Studio One and try to figure out how they achieve this really cool effect. So if we start off at the beginning of the song, it sounds kind of full, but also it's got something missing, and it's hard to put our finger on it. And so let's try to figure out how they did that, and then how they made it sound so full and awesome after we get into the later part of the song. So here's a little preview of what it sounds like a little while into it. Okay, I think I see something going on there, but before we move into those details, let's take a look at this part where I think it's opened up. Cool. So let's see what they did to do that. If we go back in the song to a little bit earlier in that earlier part, the opening, and we start playing it back, I'm gonna reduce the audio for this next little bit. Now then, if we go ahead and start playing, we don't really need to hear it all that well, but let's start applying some settings here. So we'll start adding a hold, and we'll say hold the peaks of our audio for basically forever. What this means is that as each of these little tiny peaks you see rise and fall hits its peak, it's going to push a little imaginary line up. And basically what we're left at after a little while is a look at how the EQ curve looks over time in the song. That's pretty useful. Another useful tool though is this average. So let's put that on slow, and then we'll see another line start to form. Ah, okay, and now it's becoming a little bit more clear. So we can see these two lines are similar. They're not the same though. The average line is going to continually try to fall back down as the audio plays back, and the peak turns into a fall, for instance. But in both cases, on the average curve and on the hold curve up top, we can see the same kind of thing going on. We got like a sort of normal sort of looking mix from here, and then we got this dip here, right here at around, let's see, what is that? Around 7K, 7.1K. And it's sometimes pretty severe. I think that might be what's making this part of the song sound a little bit empty. And it became even more obvious as we turned on both the hold and the average down here at the bottom. We can also take a look at our phase meter. It could be that they've opened up the stereo field as we get into that later part of the song. So let's keep our eye on that. It looks pretty narrow so far. All right, so let's jump to that open part of the song. Oh, interesting. So look at this. Our average and our hold all of a sudden way closer. That means that the overall volume, right, of this part of the song is in fact louder than the other part we were listening to, because now our average is closer to the overall peak that it's ever been for any one of these parts of the frequency spectrum. We also see though that cut that we were seeing at 7.1K has largely gone away. There's still something being cut there, but it doesn't look like there's a notch cut out there. Some interesting stuff there. Also, let's take a look at the stereo field. We'll go back there. Yeah. And we've opened that up. It's about twice as wide by my estimation than as it was earlier. So I think that's what they're doing there. So how can we use that in our own productions to try and make some cool changes in our song and the way it feels and the way it sounds when we listen to it, without doing something so drastic as, adding a chorus or adding an in-your-face effect. In this case, that was something like an EQ probably that achieved that, and maybe just a simple automation to turn it off when it got to that later part. Let's take a look at that in detail.